Looks like Daddy's daycare down here. What's going on down here? Looks like you guys are playing with your Legos. Hey, why don't you build something for me? Wow, that's pretty neat.
Look.
Show me what it can do. That's pretty snazzy there, bud. Wow. Good job. Well, why don't you build me something over here at the table that I set up for you? You too, Sayla. Alright, so we're back. I updated our calendar to reflect what we've planted today, which was the kale, kohlrabi, broccoli, and cabbage. Again, got the seed starting mix. Yep, that's good, bud. Take that over the table.
But Daddy, look at this.
There's enough heat being generated by these lights that I don't need this mat on yet to get this stuff to germinate or sprout.
Let's take a look.
Got a full tray, 72 cells, so there's hopefully at least going to be 72 plants come up. Most of these cells have 3 to 4 seeds in them. And hopefully within a week or so we'll see some sprouts. Once they get up, you know, once everything's up, we'll select the ones we want to keep, and then we'll nurse them along until it's time to transplant. The kids' plates are here. We planted last night. Again, we've got the onions, which we've started our liquid fertilizer regimen for those to get them nice and stout.
Let's take a look at our flowers.
Today I did feed the worms. Decided to give them a little treat. Threw in some coffee grounds.
Yay!
And some tea grounds. No, honey. So they'll probably get to work on those pretty soon. As far as seeds, you know, I've got several varieties that are a couple years old, so I don't know how viable. I don't know how viable the seeds are. So what I'm gonna do, rather than test them on a napkin or whatever, what you can do, I went ahead and planted, but I've got enough trays. I'm gonna go ahead and do another tray of the cold weather stuff using the newest seeds that I just picked up at Home Depot, because there's only a few cold weather varieties really that I want to plant. That's one thing that's changed over the years, is that, you know, I'm not as maybe zealous to plant a whole bunch of stuff that we end up not eating. Instead, you know, trying to plant things that I know we're going to eat.
Daddy, we should plant some more eggplant.
Yeah, we'll do that this summer, bud. So, that's something to consider. The other thing, as far as a seed source, you know, we got a pretty nice garden center that's about 30 miles away from us. And they sell seed in bulk where they weigh it out for you. And so I bought some black seeded Simpson lettuce, about 2 ounces of that, because we eat a lot of lettuce. And you can plant it several times throughout the year. And also bought some Butter Crunch. So as far as seed stores, if you can get to a garden center like that where they sell seed in bulk and they just kind of weigh it out.
Daddy, look.
At least our garden center I found to be cheaper than ordering the same quantities online. And it's going to be a real good seed. Usually I've not had any trouble with stuff that I've gotten the last 2 years. What you got there, bud? As you can see, I kind of have this set up for the kids to be down here with me. You know, they can plant a little bit, but their attention spans aren't super long. So it's nice to have a little tub of toys, in this case Legos, down here that they can spend time playing with, building things. I actually got a pretty nice setup down here as far as a grow room. My little potting bench that's basically made out of hand-me-down components or parts. Like this butcher block table came from my parents' house. Tabletop. This cabinet is something they had too. So just all kind of worked out to where I've got enough space to put a decent sized trash can down here. Just like your standard Rubbermaid, which was actually a freebie that we found. Someone was just getting rid of.
Look, Daddy.
Yeah.
It's like a thing that can push away stuff. And
So overall, thus far, I spent about $59 altogether on supplies and stuff for this year. I'm gonna try to keep it under $100
Daddy,
for the gardening season. I figure I'd save a couple $100, just saving my own seed, you know, for the stuff that we're gonna be growing or starting later this winter, this spring.
Daddy, I can't make a robot.
Yeah.
I can't make a robot.
I'm hoping to get this worm bin going. Again, once they're pretty well done with this, starting another tray. This time keep it a lot drier, not overfeed them. And eventually work this material in with the potting soil. When we transplant the seedlings, I want to try to work in some of these worm castings into the mix. The other thing too, we got some basil. These plants that they're picked up at Kroger here, they've started growing or started selling herbs, advertising them as like living basil, living whatever. And so, you know, after my wife was done using what she needed for some meals and stuff, she had the kids bring this downstairs, so we went ahead and potted it up and gonna see what we can do with that. Maybe keep them going so that this spring we can, or this, you know, spring/summer, we can set these out here and outside in containers. You guys having fun down here?
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Bye.
Well, that's all for now. Until next time, happy gardening. Bye.
Bye.